So I haven't seen much of the James Bond with Daniel Craig as James Bond series. I guess this is who this guy is supposed to be, 007. But apparently the weapon of choice is the wrench. Hitting people upside the head with a wrench. Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for vintage Lego. This is not vintage by any means, but this is a pretty cool set. And this just wanted to mention this set in this video because I wish they had this set when I was making my big tipper truck because it's got a lot of these metallic silver or whatever the color is for these silver parts. I got a bunch of extra ones, these 1x3 tiles. There's a 1x8 in there, some 1x4s, I think, and some corner ones. That's the main thing I love about this set. But these Speed Champions sets, these are really, 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 really cool. And so this one is one I'm going to have to buy more of for some of the things I want to do with vintage stuff. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's got stickers. The grill piece is not a sticker. The license plate is a sticker, and there's some other little things. There's a sticker. There's some stickers on the back. But I love having this metallic silver, and let me show you why. So I still haven't fixed the wheels on my giant tipper truck, but one of the first piece I built when I was doing this 6 times the size tipper truck was the headlight brick, and I needed these metallic silver parts. And at the time, they weren't in a lot of sets, and I had to kind of improvise. Some of these are actually grills instead of 1x1 or 1x2 tiles. They had a 1x8 brick, which came in handy. But these, where I have all these, the thin part, I could have used these parts in the James Bond set. Now, most of these parts came from one set. It was an Agent set. It's the Turbo Car Chase set, and they were in the Turbo Car. So there's not a brick in this set, but these, yeah, it would have come in handy for these parts and making this brick. And I do want to make more bricks like this. So having these parts more readily available in current sets is so much better. Pulled it up on Bricklink. 8634 Agents Mission 5 Turbo Chase. So yeah, they were, that's the car that had those parts. So while there's not a brick, I could probably find a way around it. Probably could turn a plate maybe on its side to get that look, to make the grill. But yeah, it would have been nice. So it's a modern set that I'll buy extras of just to get all these parts like this and that are like here on this thing, so that I can have those to maybe make an adaptation of my grill. I have not cleaned up my desk or my table in a while. I had filmed the A-Full podcast. I have the computer is set up on these books. We talked about that in the A-Full podcast. That'd be the next A-Full podcast. But I want to thank some people that have joined as members on the BBI level. We have Gibson Star Wars Collector. I think that's what SW stands for. And you see Geology Joe here at the BBI level. He has upgraded. Geology Joe has upgraded to A-Full level. So some of these have changed. Oh, and look, Obsidian Bricks, who was at the A-Full level, has now upgraded to Czar level. And since I don't have an erase button for the magic marker, he's on there twice, as is Geology Joe now. I got to come up with better special effects, but I want to thank you, channel members, for helping the channel out. YouTube is a different world today in 2022, almost 2023, than it was back in the day. So we got a couple of packages we're going to look at. I guess I'm going to turn these upside down because I didn't mark out the addresses. We'll do this one first. It's a Bricklink order from Cutthroat Bricks, and then we got one of our channel members has sent me a package. This is from Barn Bricks. He also has a Bricklink store. I don't think I've placed an order in the Bricklink store, so I think it's something he sent. So we're going to check that out. But first, let's get our handy dandy cutters out and open this from the bottom. This is from Cutthroat Bricks. But don't cut your throat, or don't cut anybody else's throat. That would be very rude. And a crime and serious. Ooh, I'm glad I was careful with that. So I did not go to the store for this, but man, these stickers are always so much bigger than I expected. So he had a bulk lot in Cutthroat Brick store. He had several items bulk, like he sells some bulk bricks, and he'll have a picture of what you're actually buying. And it's kind of an easy way to get rid of some bulk parts that you probably don't want to go through the problem of listing them or incomplete things and things like that. But he had this lot of sticker sheets, and there's multiple stickers, and I think these are all from Mindstorm sets. I think these came from Lego Education, maybe. Look, this is 2003 on there, but they were complete sticker sheets, and this is this Mindstorm sticker sheet, and look, several of them. So like 4 or 5 of them, 5 of them. Yeah, 5 of those and a couple of these other ones. So 1, 2, yeah, 2 of those. So that was pretty. It was a pretty cheap lot, and I love when you never get Lego logo stickers like that. I may actually use some of these. Play on, my friends. So that was just something I added into my order. So look, I've been needing to get this 3034 plates for the blue train track I've been getting, so I got that. I got some tipper truck parts. Oh look, a tipper truck part. And oh look, see, this is what I'm talking about. He's got that thing, grab bags and things. Cutthroat Bricks from Bricklink. All right, so the next one, I hope I'm not messing this up by opening it upside down. This is from Barn Bricks, who is a channel member. It's Dad Bod there at the Tsar level. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I get some messages from him from time to time, Bricklink questions, and I enjoy answering his questions. And I probably should make videos on. In fact, I thought about doing a video series, because one of the topics that comes up a lot, whether it be on YouTube or through Bricklink, is how do you price sets that there are none in the price guide, none that have sold recently. And that's with Bricklink. They only keep the records pretty much going back 6 months, so it makes it hard to price them. So we were talking about that in one video. Oh look, this is what these are both the 3034 and then the Waffle bottom. So the Waffle bottom 2x8 would have been what a lot of the early blue train track came with. So Barn Bricks, he says, they're ugly, but they get the job done. Story of my life. This is, and I don't care. It's right. He is exactly right. So, and that's the problem with a lot of the Samsonite era of bricks, or the early Lego train days from 1966 to the 70s, when they used the blue track, is that these either become very discolored, or they get worn out. Especially some of the Waffle bottom, they seem to wear out quicker for some reason. But this is great. So thank you so much, Barn Bricks, for sending that, because I know I've bought a lot more blue rails than I have these are the cross ties basically for the blue rails. So the Cutthroat Bricks and Barn Bricks, weird how it was the same thing. But I probably still don't have enough, but this is going to help greatly with the blue track. So I think one of the other topics that came up on the A-Fool podcast is about parting out sets, and that I should do a video showing that again. Now, I do have videos on the channel of parting out things. I think I've refined it a little more. This works for me. It's not what is for everybody, but I use a combination of these cups. The cups are easier as far as putting parts away. These are easier as far as sorting, but then it's a little quicker because you have to scoop them out to put them away. These, you just take them and you dump them in the drawer. These, you got to scoop, but when you're dealing with fractions of a second or a second, it may not seem like that big a deal, but when you're putting away, this is probably 300 plus. It's over 300 different lots. So yeah, the seconds add up. But I probably should do a video of putting these away, and then a video of how I parted them out. And again, it was only a couple of the classic sets, so usually I want to part out more than 1 or 2 of something. I'm getting to where I only want to part out like 5 to 10 of at least of something. But you know, if you want to see something like that, let me know, like putting them away. Because basically when I put them away, I can see if I can carry these over there without dropping them. So I sort them by color. This is what I was telling Earl and Joey on the A-Fool podcast, is I sort everything by color as I'm parting them out. So each tray will have different colors, and you can kind of look at the inventory to see the quantities of things. These, I didn't really have to look at the inventory. I could just look at the bag and see how many of the different colors there were. So like the red overflowed to multiple trays, and then there's the orange. So when I'm putting them away, what I do is I set them on this tray here, and then I'll put my computer beside me, and then I'll look and see what drawer they go in, and then it's just this aisle. And so like I'm here, I can either go down that aisle or this aisle. And I don't have to go that far, so it doesn't even really take that long to put them away. Some people will set them up where they can walk along the store and put them up in the drawer that they go in as they do. That requires sorting them at an additional time, sorting them on the cart or wherever. Again, it just depends on where you're sorting. Other people go the whole other stream that I don't want to do. They just take everything and dump it in one drawer, and then they sort it when they pick the order. I prefer to have the picking of the order be the easiest thing that you do, and that's what we have in the store. We are up to 478,000 parts in the store. I had over 479, almost 400. Oh, wait a minute, did I say 400? 500. We have 578,000 parts in the store. We had 579, almost 580,000, but people have bought stuff, and I haven't had time to put these in there. So when I put these in the store, that's 3,000 more parts. I should, unless we get a couple of big orders before I get these in there, it'll get me over 580. We're trying to get up to over 600,000 parts. So I've been parting away. Every drawer is full. There are no empty drawers. We go all the way over here. I want to get these on a shelf. And so what I'm thinking of doing is I got all this mess over here. I want to move all this stuff. I got to find a place. This is all personal collection stuff, but I'm thinking I'm going to make this wall, all these containers, move them, and then use these shelves for the store. So I can expand the shoebox containers. I might could start by moving these over here and then fill up more of these. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing, because I've run out of space. I do have things that I don't even have room for right now. Like, it's not a lot, but these parts, I don't have drawers that are big enough that are free to hold them. So things like that. And these are all parts here that are, oh, there's those. See, I parted these out. I'm probably not going to put these in my store. I parted out 2 of the James Bond cars. So again, going back to the beginning of the video, these are the parts that I may keep out for building more vintage large scale builds. Again, I wish there was a brick in there. There's not a brick, but maybe I can come up with a way to like maybe turn these sideways and put them on those bricks with the studs on the side to do it. But yeah, these are all parts that were parted out, but I don't have an empty drawer to put them in now. All these things and then these containers here. So yeah, a lot to do, but just thought I'd give y'all an update. And thanks for watching. And I'll be back with another video. Thank you again to the channel members who helped us out. Thank you again, Dad Bod, for supporting the Blue Track expansion. And I'm going to go cut the grass. I'm literally, get done filming this, I'm going to go cut the grass, because I do want to hopefully have things, well, not cut the grass, cut the leaves that are in the grass, because I want to do something eventually. Oh, there's a bird. There's a bird. Don't fly away, little bird. I need to put a bird feeder out there. Anyway, I'm going to go. We'll see you in the next video.